There's actually 4 stages to a successful Instagram launch strategy, and launching is only one of them. I am going to go over what each of the stages are and what they do and what to include in them so that you know what to post to have a super successful launch using your Instagram content. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time so you can spend more quality time with your family. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 to 3 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Mompreneur Mastery. I am your host, Sydney O'Brien, and today I want to talk about launching new offers and marketing them using your Instagram content. At the time I'm recording this, it is pretty early in the year. I'm willing to bet that at some point before the end of the year, you're going to have a new offer that you want to launch, and you're going to want to market it on Instagram. Whether that offer is a new course or coaching, or some kind of membership program, or maybe even just a digital product, whatever it is, you want to launch it. And the goal with any launch is normally to make sales. So I want to make sure that you have a super solid launch strategy, because it is about a lot more than just the promotional posts that you're going to share, right? It's not just the buy this thing post. There's actually 4 stages to a successful Instagram launch strategy, and launching is only one of them. I am going to go over what each of the stages are and what they do and what to include in them so that you know what to post to have a super successful launch using your Instagram content. But first, I want to tell you about a launch story of mine that did not go so well because I did not follow my own launch strategy, because I got a little too excited and I just focused on the sales posts. So to start, if you have launched on Instagram before, launched a new something or other, and you got less than stellar results, you're not alone at all. I'm pretty sure every business owner has launched and not done well. Like, it happens. I had one particularly devastating launch last year. I was super excited about it. I spent so much time on it. And as mompreneurs, time is beyond valuable because we have so little of it. Time is just such a freaking luxury that we don't have enough of. Like, I get annoyed when I spend 30 minutes to an hour making a dinner that my kids refuse to eat. So putting like months and months of time into creating a new offer and making the sales page and writing up the emails and creating the content and all of these things that go into that for it to just flop, it sucks. And I really want to make sure that you don't have to do that you don't have to feel that disappointment, that frustration, that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I just wasted a ton of my super precious time on something and it didn't pan out. So I'm going to tell you the 4 launch stages that you need in your Instagram launch strategy. Because again, I don't want that to happen to you. It is really disappointing. You work so hard on a new offer, and so much of your time and so much of your effort goes into it. And, when you're making it in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, this is just going to be so amazing. It's going to help so many people. I'm going to make money. It's going to be great. And then after putting everything all together, it just kind of flops, which is incredibly disappointing, incredibly frustrating. Those feelings are super valid. but I don't want that for you. So let's make sure that the next time you launch a new offer, your Instagram strategy is solid so that you can meet your sales goal. So the very first stage is the pre-launch stage. All right, not the pre-launch, pre-launch. And this stage is mostly about getting data, right? If you are putting a new offer out there, you want to make sure it's something people want, it's something they need, and you want to make sure your messaging is on point. The words you're using in your marketing, in your Instagram content, in your emails, on your sales page, all of that. You can get that from your Instagram content. I've talked about this before in previous episodes, but that is the main point of this stage of the launch, that market research, getting that data. So you want to share content that is going to get you comments, that is going to get you DMs, that is going to start these conversations with your ideal clients around the topic of whatever your offer is. This pre-launch stage also serves as a way for you to use your content to build trust with your audience, because that trust is something you're definitely going to need if you want to convert them into buyers. They have to trust you first. So this is a good time to share stories about your experiences with the topics, the pain points around this offer. So the second stage of your launch, if the first one was pre-launch, this one's obviously pre-launch. This stage is all about the hype, okay? So think about when new movies come out, or I think a big one recently was these Stanley Cups, right? The water bottle things, the giant ones. This is not something I pay close attention to, but I think there was like new colors or something, and people went wild. And did they just randomly drop them in stores? No. They hyped it up first, just like they do with movies. Do you go to a movie theater and be like, oh, look, this new movie is playing here today, I should probably watch it? No, they're showing you sneak peeks and trailers months ahead of time. They are building the awareness. They are hyping it up so that once it comes out, people go buy it. They're not waiting until the day of. These things are hyped the fuck up. You hear about them way ahead of time. You want to do the same thing for your new course or your membership or your coaching program or your digital product, whatever it is. Talk about it before you sell it. Create that hype, that anticipation, build the awareness. When more people know about it and more people are excited about it, more people are going to buy it. Now, you don't have to do it for like months and months, like when movie trailers are released, but you do want to take some time to build that awareness and make it known that you've created something that helps with this specific problem that your ideal client has. And then the third stage is the launch itself. And I know you're probably like, Sydney, the whole thing is about a launch. Why would that be the third one and not the fourth one? Just wait, all right? We're going to get there, I promise. But number 3 is the launch stage. This is where all of your promotional content goes. Obviously, you want to sell your offer. That is what these posts do. Now, the number one absolute biggest mistake that I see in people's sales content is that they focus way too much on the deliverables, like the feature of their offer, and not enough on the benefits and the transformation that it provides to your ideal client. As an example, I have a digital product called Carousels That Sell. It's carousel templates, plug and play templates for each slide in a carousel and the caption, and they're all promotional posts. So those are some features. Those are the deliverables. That's what you're getting. The transformation that I'm going to talk about in my marketing when I promote it is different, right? It's going to be save time on your sales posts with these plug and play templates, or know how to word your sales posts with these plug and play templates, things like that. These are the transformations, the benefits, what they get out of it other than just the actual thing. And the last stage is actually the post-launch stage. This doesn't need to be as long as the other stages, but the post-launch posts are going to kind of just keep the hype going and also build authority. So these are the posts that you want to share about how well your launch is, how it's helping people. Like specifically, it's great for if you have a wait list or a round 2 or something else. Maybe if that offer is still available, just at a higher price or without bonuses, they can still get it through these post-launch posts. And one side note I want to mention here for all of these stages, it's not just about the posts, okay? Your most engaged followers, your like hottest leads on Instagram are also on your stories. So you can use your stories to expand on this, to start conversations. Don't sleep on your stories if you really want to maximize your launch on Instagram. All right, so those are your 4 stages of a launch when you're marketing your new offer on Instagram. To recap, it was the pre-launch stage, which is for getting data, market research, and building trust, and just like seeding the offer in general by talking about the topic that your offer helps with. The second stage is the pre-launch stage, which is building up that hype, making people aware, creating that anticipation. And then 3 is the actual launch stage where you promote your offer, focusing on the benefits and the transformations of the offer. And then the post-launch is keep that hype going and really show your authority and build that trust for a wait list or a round 2 or a higher price or whatever. So now that you know the 4 stages and have a general idea of what to post in each, you might be wondering what specific posts you should be making for each of these, how many posts for each stage, how specifically to strategize your stories so you can make sure that you're converting your most engaged followers into buyers. If that's you, I have some super exciting news because I have a product called a launch content calendar that has a layout of every single post, every single story that you need for a successful launch to just blow your sales goal out of the water. And it is actually in a bundle that is going on right now called Systems and Workflow Magic, the Launch Edition. So all of the resources in this bundle are going to help you just maximize your return of these launches with resources and templates and tools, all of these amazing things to make sure that your launch is just a huge success. The total value of all of the products included in this bundle is over $3,700, and you can get access to all of them for only $97. But it only lasts from today, the day this releases, which is February 5th, until this Friday, February 9th. So you're not going to want to miss out on this because even if you're not launching right now, if you are in the future, you can reuse, save these things for your future launch to make sure you're not wasting time and energy on something that isn't going to get you the sales that you want. I'm going to put the link in the bio so you can grab the Systems and Workflow Magic bundle so that you can get all of these resources to blow your sales goal out of the water on your next launch, including my launch content calendar. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to being in your ears again next week. Thank you so much for listening. If this content was helpful for you, if you found it valuable, I would love it if you could leave a review on Apple Podcasts so that other mom business owners can find this episode and get the same tips and strategies to support their business and their families. If you have questions or just want to connect, you can find me over on Instagram. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist.